Fuck.
You're live now with the Beardy
Break. Oh,
Bros podcast. Welcome back, Beardies and Beardettes, to another fun episode that's not live of the Beardy Bros podcast.
oh, it is live.
For us. Did you like that different intro I did for the podcast? Something different.
Right?
I did the countdown. They won't get to hear the countdown. I don't think. I don't think I. No, I didn't. Which kind of sucks, but it is what it is.
Oh,
I can't remember. No, I don't think I did. Oh well.
no countdown. Fuck.
We're just straight into it. Hopefully, everyone's back and enjoying another episode with us on another fine, wonderful episode of the podcast. Jim's playing with his nose a little bit.
Oh, my nose is big when I did that.
Oh. But yes, so welcome back,
I have
everybody.
broke my nose once, I think, so.
I didn't break my nose, but I got punched in the nose and I had a bloody nose.
Oh, yeah, I had that then. I don't know. I had something. My nose was like, it's now blood.
Just
But,
a bit, just a bit rough there to start off with. Bloody, one of the guinea pigs is passing away.
Passing away.
Yeah, we were just doing the rounds, feeding them just before we started, and yeah, found one not looking too well, and it's like, yep.
Going off to the Green Meadow.
He's going off to the Green Meadow, so unfortunately, yeah, it was like last week, the week before, his partner had passed away, so he's now.
Oh, yeah.
I think he might have been.
Gotta be sad.
Yeah, possibly. We did kind of bond him with another guinea pig in the interim to like get him by, but
It happens to people too.
Don't think. Yeah, that's exactly it. Sometimes it's just too hard to.
Like,
cope.
broken hearts can kill you, like, literally.
Yep. It's crazy, like
Happens
phenomenally.
to old people, young people, fucking animals, and like everything.
Yeah, it's insane. But anyway, I'm trying to sound like, it's just one of those things, and I just wanted to, I was just like, just before the podcast, I'm like, damn, like, that's just kind of put the mood down a little bit on me, so I'm like, fuck.
Right.
I don't know how to think.
It does happen.
It happens, it's life, as...
Especially with guinea pigs.
Yeah,
because
with any animals, they're shorter.
They got the worst luck ever.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Guinea pigs go through like the most random shit. I've talked about it many times before on the podcast, so you'll be able to find an episode where we've talked about it.
Right.
But coming back to things, how's your week been, Jim? Before we get into anything else, how's your week been?
What?
It's been a week.
It's been a week. Yeah.
Yep, I feel that.
Done a lot of gaming.
A lot of gaming. And then you cleared out. You cleared out Hot Wheels before I did.
Oh well, that's what I did.
I gotta play some more of that. I'm
was.
the two of them. I've still got the two left.
Hot Wheels and Saints Row finally platinumed.
Yes.
I've had them both installed for over 2 years. Well, Saints Row only a bit over a year, but
yeah.
Hot Wheels I've had since 2021, and I didn't play it.
No, I realised it's kind of the same. I mean, I had a bit of play in it, but I didn't. It could have just progressed so much more easier if I just stuck to it. Like, why did I do it?
I thought you did finish it now, but you must have played it since middle of the week.
Yeah, something like that. And I want to show off. I can show off too while we're talking about stuff. So,
Ow.
I want to do a quick flex though. So you know how we're very diverse. We want to prove how diverse we are. We do talk a lot about PlayStation stuff, but you can't call us ponies when I'm sitting here rocking my Xbox, fucking Xbox, take that.
No, it's backwards. It's XOBX.
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 Oh, wait a second.
Because on mine you're inverted. You're like other way around.
It works. I'm tripping myself out because I'm like, why is that like correct to me? Because it actually says Xbox to me.
Because you're flipped on yours.
Because usually it is, but it's the spelling is upside down.
Oh.
So it's the correct way around. I'm like, I strip myself out there for a second. I'm like, wait, why does it say it the right way around on my end? I'm like, what? I'm like, what? And I realized, I'm like, oh yeah, because look, the shirt.
It shouldn't.
The shirt's back to front.
But that's right on mine. Like,
yeah. That's trippy. That tripped me out for a second. I was like, What? I had a mind moment.
Oh, did you see that? Talking about the Xbox thing. Did you see that tweet I made? I quote retweeted on the Beardy Bros Twitter.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Did you?
Which one was it?
I was
There's a
like,
few. There's a.
just that one that I made that paragraph on.
Oh. I think
Oh,
I did.
you read it. Read it on the fucking. Read what the person said on here because I want to see if I can
Actually, I think
find
I.
it. But
Let me,
like,
do you want to find it, or do you want to?
dudes are like,
You'll find it quicker because you've got the social account. So
yeah.
you read it out.
I seen this tweet and I had to just say
I
something.
think I did. I think I did see it. I might have liked it. As maybe
Like,
during when I was watching my
it
movie,
was.
which I'll bring up in the fact as well.
Oh, the damn crying face. Yeah.
I always drink a shit
It was. I'm so excited to take a piss on this show. I don't care if it's a generation-defining show like the so-called E3 2016
Oh
show
yeah.
of Dream from Sony. The fan base has made me detest the PlayStation, and if Xbox disappears from the face of the earth, I'll turn into a Nintendo fan.
Yeah.
Fuck PlayStation.
Right? I was like, what the fuck?
And then I just had to put. I was like,
Yeah.
imagine hating a console because of the fan base. Damn, all the Xbox ponies and Nintendo bots out here surprised they even have a fan of video games at all. Wait, Xbox out here, I'm surprised they are even a fan of video
Yeah.
games at all. Like, have they seen the Xbox out in force? Think those Nintendo bot gatekeepers are better?
Right?
Like,
Right? It's fucking
everyone's got
mental.
them.
That's what I said. We're non-biased across the board. We've been trying to have people call us out being like, oh, you're just a pony. Like, no, we're not. We will brutally obliterate any side.
Xbox right here.
We will rip on anything and everything. Exactly. We've got it all. Fucking PlayStation one. I don't have them all, but I will one day.
You will one day.
I'll get my hands on a next gens, current gens. But yeah, so
I still rock an Xbox controller on PC. I couldn't rock a DualSense.
Exactly.
Could.
But before we get any further, I got the drinks for the week. We got some Bilsons.
Oh, Bilson's
We
back.
talked about them. We got some Bilsons now. So, I got two different
What
flavors
happened
here.
to the other one? The Pirate Ale, I think it was called.
Yeah, the fucking whatchamacallit? The fucking zesty rum, wasn't it? Talking about the zesty, or the other?
The watermelon, lemon, fucking.
Oh, that Pirate Life
Thing?
last
Yeah,
week.
pirate
the
life.
fucking empty cans. But yeah, no, fuck those things. We're onto some Bilson. So this is vodka. It's a triple distilled vodka made with pure spring water. I've got two flavors. I've got grape bubble gum, and I got a fruit tingle. What one do you reckon we should start off with?
Fruit tingle.
Fruit tingle. I've had a little bit of this before, and it's pretty
Gotta go
good.
the best. Oh, the best first.
It tastes just like fruit tingles. I know that. So we're going into it. I've had a sip.
Coincidence, we spoke about that last time as well, I think. Was that last one or one before?
Yeah, it was the one before.
Fruit tingles. So you've already had them.
I've had a sip of this one because my partner had it.
Getting some freaking Bilsons.
I'm getting into it. So, the last few deals I got for the $3 drinks it ends this week with the rewards card. What I found out when we were there, it said on the promo, so I'm going to call it out. I guess they don't really care because they're time telling people now. So it said on the promo that it was limited of 2 drinks per day with the rewards card, right? So you can scan the reward card once and you can get 2 drinks. That's per transaction.
Oh.
So like, it's per transaction. So I was like, can I scan my card again? And like, yes.
That's filthy.
So I was like, if I knew this sooner, which is good I didn't, I would have bought more drinks and I would have spent more money.
That's a fucking trap.
So nice.
Per transaction, you can go in, then your partner can go in, and then you go back in.
Yeah, well, she literally told us, so we're like, oh yeah, so we're just standing there going, scan, next one, scan again, next one. I was like, god damn, so.
They must have a stack of them they can just... Whoop.
But while I was there looking at these drinks, they just got in, this week, basically, a 8-pack, mixed drinks. It's $55 for an 8-pack, and it has all different kinds of, like, it's part of a brew, it's a limited edition brew pack. It's for some kind of thing that's going on at the moment. I didn't realize, I should have taken a photo of it, but I wanted to bring it up to you because I'm thinking maybe if I get some money at some point, might be a cool thing to look into for the podcast. Don't know yet.
How
So
long are they out for? Is it a limited thing?
it's a
'Cause,
limited edition, but it's out for a bit. So because it's only just dropped, so it's like a part of the Brew Festival or something. Some kind
probably
of
a few months then.
yeah. So something that's going on. I was like, oh, that's not bad for $55. It was like all kinds of like different rums. There's like a chocolate
Ooh,
rum and like all kinds of shit. And I was like, damn.
chocolate rum.
Mmm. I was like,
That's fucking different. Like that is
yeah.
different.
I was like, whew, all the different flavors they had, and I'm like, I'm overwhelmed by this. I'm like, I really want to for $55. I'm like, that's not bad.
So on a chocolate stout, that was fucking
Mm.
good. And a chocolate rum will
Mm.
probably be just as good, if
This
not
is
better.
nice. It's a trap. But yeah, so but no, but for me in general, the week's been not too bad for myself on my end. I'll say we had the ceremony for our friend on Friday, which wasn't
Oh,
bad.
yep.
And I want to correct myself because I did say I wanted to correct myself because my brain being retarded, I got the definition wrong. So I remember,
Fucking
I
hell.
think I vaguely remember last week saying it was the CHD,
Brain
which
being
was
retarded.
like because I vaguely didn't know exactly what it was. But
Yeah.
I just called it heart disease or whatever it was. I think it was in last week. 'Cause that's what my brain's been thinking on it.
Yeah.
It's the CHD is congenital heart defect. I wanted to correct myself on that. So people might have listened to it.
You're not far off.
No, not far off, and that's my brain just doesn't get things correct sometimes. So I wanted to correct myself and state what it was, just so people know if anyone listens. Be like, what? No, that's not that. It's like that's what it is. So I've fixed myself. But we had the ceremony for her yesterday. All her family was there, and there was a lot of people that surprisingly turned up, and it was interesting to see how many people's like hearts she actually touched and like just got along with. It was amazing because she was such a great
Right.
person. So again, just thoughts and prayers
It's
as
the only
always.
time you really truly know when someone passes, and it's just like, oh fuck.
Yeah, so it was crazy because the day there's so much that's going on with the day. So I will bring up the whole day. So to quickly go through the start part, we did have because it was a busy day because we had my son's under 8s day to start off the day. So we had to go to school
Oh,
for that.
yeah.
So he had some fun for there, and then we had to go from there to the memorial. And it was just a rush because we had to get a few things before we started, and we're like, crap, we got a bit of time, and then it was like, nope, it's like, here's time, like, fuck, so we had to do that, and then did that, and then we went to the the little thing afterwards, that with the family, and the gathering, and heard the extra few little, memorial messages and stuff like that, which was nice, and it was good to, just socialise with a few extra people there. Then we come home, and we had our own personal memorial kind of gathering for her as well, so it was pretty good, but, the night may have gotten a little bit wild last night, and things turned a bit weird. That's what I want to really get into. So
Weird.
I did post up on Facebook. I don't know if you saw the post or not. You said you hadn't. Um,
I don't look at it
I
at
sent
all.
you the GIF. I sent you a GIF of George Costanza with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
And I said to you, I'll explain it later. And so basically, I'm going to explain it now because a few of us from the neighbors, me and the neighbors, we've been sending GIFs to each other of different things related to what happened, and we've just been having our own little inside joke. So basically, last night we had our memorial thing. It was basically for my partner, all the neighbors got together. And we had a little barbecue. It was a great night. Having some music going, having a few drinks, having the barbie, snags and shit, having a great time. Who knows exactly what time it was? Because it wasn't even late. It was like we started at like 5 o'clock. I think we started getting things bowling, and it was like 7. I think it was like 8 o'clock. The neighbor across the road come over. I was inside, and I didn't know what was going on. But he come over, and all I got from the gist of it from the other neighbors was like he come over and asked if we could keep the noise down, and we're like, okay, it's 8 o'clock. Okay, it's a Friday. We get it, but
Yeah.
it's like we're having a good time, like okay, and we're still like okay, listen to music. Music may have got loud here and there, and we're hoo ha and carrying on. Like we're all we're drunk, we're having a good time, we're trying to be cheerful, merry.
Right.
And he come out a second time, and this is like 8:30, like I think it was like a half an hour later. He come out again, and he's like, all right, I've warned yous already. Can you not can you keep the music down? Like, and he's carrying on and going. I'm like, bro, like seriously, like. What's your deal? What's your deal? Like, I was out there this time, so I was like, what the fuck? What's going on? And it's just like, bro, like, just go inside, just go home. Like, don't make an idiot of yourself. Just go home. Because he's like, oh, if I have to come back out here, you know, you're gonna hear from me, right? Or I'm like, dude, seriously, just go home. Like,
But you already hit twice.
like, yeah, exactly. It's
So,
like, bro, what's your deal? Like, just go home. Like, we're just trying to fucking, we're gonna be
like,
wrapped up by 10 o'clock.
if you
Like,
had to work early or something, then just say that. But like, don't
yeah.
just say keep the thing down and walk off.
And he got cranky and stuff, and I made it because I said to him like, oh, so like, yeah, I said to him going like in the mode and going, oh, you're just upset we didn't invite you, and he goes, I didn't want to be invited, and I'm like, well, guess what? You're not invited next time, because he was a little cranky. And I was like, well, bro, it's like, you know, like, don't be a dick.
Has he done that before? Or?
Well, he's only been here for a month. He's a new neighbor to the neighborhood, and they moved him across the road. And
what,
like,
what a way to make friends.
I'm like, dude, like, he introduced himself once awkwardly, and he just kind of like when he was out, sometimes he just sits awkwardly out the front and just smokes and just like sits around and just sees what everyone's doing, and he doesn't really socialize.
One of them people.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, like he did say like, oh, sometimes, you know, always like nod to like, hey.
He's a part of the fun police.
Yeah, that's what I felt like. And we even said to him, like, if you got a issue, like, call the police. He goes, why would I do that? It's like, then why crack the shits enough? It's like, what?
If they're playing loud music, you'd call the cops if they don't turn it down, or you just suck it up.
Yeah.
Don't do a hate to live around here, because I hear music from down the fucking street.
Yeah. So, like, there was, like, one of the other neighbors.
And that's on the weekends, so it's not during the week.
Yeah,
but, like,
exactly.
Even if it's past 10 or 11, like, they'll turn down a bit.
That's exactly it. Like, we were only going to, like, once it started getting late, because it gets
Music
cold as well. Like,
10.
We were gonna,
not 8.
Yeah. Like, it was just furious, because, like, another neighbor across the road didn't even hear it, which is the neighbor to this person. And they said they got a complaint from an old lady behind them saying that the music was loud. And they thought it was them. But she's like, that's not me, it's someone else. And she's like, well, tell them to turn it down. I'm going to call the police. No police rocked up. If she did phone this, the old lady phoned the police.
It's someone else's stuff. What are they going to you for?
Like, I don't know. But then that neighbor the other neighbor that was they end up coming over and joining us and sitting around having a few drinks around the barbecue. So it's like, if you wanted to come hang out, just come hang out. Don't be a dickbag. The other neighbors were like out. I asked them this morning. It's like, hey, were we too loud? Like, no, we didn't really hear it. It wasn't a bother. Like, I'm like, well,
just one.
It's just with one dude, and then the other dude, like, no one had really any problems in our street.
Oh, I wonder what happened. He was outside investigating, and he heard the music.
Yeah. And so basically, he went back inside. We just told him, you know, just get lost, just go back inside, whatever. And like after he said, you know, if I have to come out again, like he's trying to threaten us. This is when it did go to the next stage.
Dude? Oh, if I come back.
He could have been in his 40s, most probably. So, he's older than he was older than like me anyway. Like maybe same age as the neighbors. Like the neighbors are in their 40s. Like I said, the neighbors are in their 40s hanging out with us. Like, bro, like
that sounds like an old dude.
Yeah.
Keep the music down.
But like, okay, but this is where it was crazy. So he kind of like was being.
Back.
Yeah, well that's it. So he had that attitude like he was threatening us when he was going to come back. Another about 20 minutes, half an hour came by. He comes back out. This time, brandishing a bat. He had a baseball bat in his hand, coming out all like... And he's swinging up, rolling it up, doing the whole rolling up. He's like, I'm going to swing it. And he's coming out down his little side driveway. And we're just like, what the hell are you doing? So one of the neighbor that he was with us, he decides to go across the road like, dude, you know, wanted to kind of break the instigation. I'm just standing going, dude, what's your problem? Are you such a child? Like, why are you bringing out a baseball bat, man? I was like, really?
He's killing a fool, Negan.
I was like, such childish act, though, to be like, I've warned you 2 times, the 3rd time is to threaten you with a baseball bat. I'm like,
where the fuck did he get a baseball bat from?
He had a baseball bat, apparently for self-defense.
Yeah, do you have kids or something? Like,
yeah, he's got kids,
bats?
but...
Like, baseball bat.
But the issue was, like, he's got a 7-month-old. And, like, I think it was like a 9-year-old or 7-year-old, whatever it was. And we even said to him, like, is it, you know, like, just close the doors if it's got something to do with the kids. Like, you know, if it's too noisy for the kids, just close their door or something. Yeah, you know. Or whatever it was, you know, trying to be like... But he was like, I don't care about that. He was like, I don't care about this. I'm not closing my doors. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. It's like, then what's your problem then? Like, you're literally...
So he's complaining, but he won't close anything up to stop the noise.
Yeah, and he didn't care that we were disrupting his kids. It was more that it sounded like it was just coming off that we were annoying him. That's what it sounded like. Like I said, again, being the party police. I was like, he just contradicted. We thought we were being disrespectful to his family and everything. So no, it was just him. Basically, it came down to it.
I wonder how long until he leaves.
That's what we're trying to figure out too, because we're just like, well,
Because you wouldn't be the first one there. Like, you wouldn't be the
No.
only one to do that, would you? Like, a few people would party, right?
yeah, exactly. Like we don't do it all the time. It's just like once. The last time we said we're gonna do it, we're gonna like,
No,
oh,
but
we'll do one
other
every
than
month.
that would party eventually, right? And you'd be
Most
the
likely.
same thing would happen.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would hate to see how he goes if he was still here during October because, bro, we're like one of the number houses in Halloween for Halloween, and like, I would hate for him to be here.
Watch out, someone might fucking scream too loud.
Yeah, like, fuck. Is he gonna get offended by my decorations? Like,
Fucking idiot.
but the my son was
Hope he
saying.
sees this then.
Well,
Dickhead.
my son was saying apparently the other week he was outside. My son was outside playing out the front with the other kids. He was climbing on the pole and he came out and told off my son for climbing on the pole or something like that. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Definitely fun place.
Jack said he was scared to say anything. And I'm like, dude, why would you be scared to say anything? Like, let us know if something's going on. Like, when we're not around. Like, you know, if we have having to step inside
You
and go to
should
the
teach
toilet or
Jack the. Fuck you!
something. Fuck you!
It's funny you didn't say that.
Oh, I was just like making jokes afterwards. I'm like, maybe I should next time if he comes out with it, I should bring some tennis balls and we can play baseball or something with him or something. But
I would have chucked a fucking beer at him.
but I've now nicknamed him Babe Ruth of the neighborhood. So so
Come out swinging a baseball bat.
yeah, so that's his nickname now. I said it did well. I mean he didn't he wanted it to be friendly, but then he's now created this
Did
thing.
he actually stop like just after that, or did you keep going?
He just went back inside then because we were like, wow, what a dickhead. We were kind of because at first he was trying to say we're being smartasses, but after he created that instigation, bringing out the bat, we did become kind of maybe smartasses. Once we packed up, I myself. Once we all packed up, I was like, "Good night, everyone." I yelled out at the top of my lungs. It was like 10 o'clock
Look, that
at night.
fuck you Ezekiel thing happened.
Yeah, basically, I was like, "No, you want to be?" I've had a few
Imagine
drinks.
the whole
but...
neighborhood saying it back. It's like everyone just pops up every
I was
now
like,
and then.
don't start, bro. It's like if you're gonna give, like, I'm the type is if you're gonna give that energy, I will give it back to you because you do not deserve it. If you're gonna
Being a
be,
dick.
you know, like, fuck, I'll try and be polite, but like, if you're gonna keep being a
Like
dick,
I get it, like if it's that, but like if there's no specific problem, just suck it up.
that's like the worst problem is he scared the kids because the kids were still out. So my son was still up at night. The neighbor had their kid slash niece or grandchild over. Yeah, grandchild. Something like that over. And like one of the kids got upset and cried. My son was scared. I was like, bro, like seriously, like if he came any further, things were gonna happen. Like if he was gonna cause problems, things was gonna happen. Like I was ready. Like I was.
Definitely
You don't fucking start with my kids.
When
Like,
you guys thought the cops on him, like,
yeah, well that's exactly
that
like
dude's
if
just
he.
been threatening like the last hour. Like fuck him off.
We actually were tempted to call the police, but we're like, no, we'll just leave it. Don't call any instigations. We'll just.
Well, you don't
we'll
want
be
to.
there.
You don't want to make anything happen unless
No.
it has to. Like,
No, exactly. So we decided not to anyway.
but,
Call the
but if he
police.
did swing that at someone, then you'd definitely do it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just
So
weird.
yeah, it was just weird. We called him like I said. We said a few things. We're like, yeah, that man's a psycho, psycho killer. Get this there.
You say that he fucking could be, you know.
Oh.
No one be home alone.
No, it's crazy, but it was
That's why the dude just sits out front and staring at everything.
yeah. He said he's
That's
you know,
creepy.
just random. Yeah, he just. But apparently
That's
the
just what old people do. They're sitting there in the rocking chair, just.
well, apparently neighbors caught him like apparently heard him late at night like pacing around the cul-de-sac, smoking. I'm like that's just weird.
The fuck?
Yeah. I don't know.
I heard him pacing around smoking.
I don't know.
Maybe he's on a bit of the good stuff.
Maybe. So who knows what's gonna
That's
happen.
that's also fucking dangerous. To be fair.
I know that's what I said. I'm like saying it's like I don't want the kids definitely have to be supervised now if he's gonna be out there.
Oh yeah. The whole
Like,
neighborhood's kids, really.
yeah.
Like fuck.
Like I'm gonna tell them like stay away from him, don't go near him. Like fuck. He's just come off being a nutcase now. Like bro, like there's a way. Like if we were gonna be an actual nuisance, you would call the cops, not come out swinging a baseball bat like an idiot. Like
You mean just having a baseball bat? When you're just holding it?
hey, he was swinging the fucking thing.
Oh,
I said he was
swinging
doing
it.
the whole wind up, like the whole wind up threatening thing. He was doing
No, it's
that.
not really swinging though. That's
You
just.
know, you do the practice thing when you see that
Oh yeah,
he
the
did
whole.
that. Like, yeah, he come out doing brandishing that, doing the whole thing, like he
Oh,
was trying to
oh.
threaten us. I'm like, dude, like, if he was gonna do
Who you,
anything, he would
who's
do
you gonna
something.
hit with it? Like Jesus Christ.
Like I said, if like I've always said, if someone was using a baseball bat as a weapon, you got more of a chance of tackling them before they did anything because their response time
Yeah.
have to swing at the right time while you're charging at them. What are they gonna do? Like, if you're running at someone, they're gonna swing it back. You can stop. You can pull back. Like, you could block it. Like, even if they got a full swing, you can fucking. It's gonna fucking hurt, but
Gonna break your fucking forearm, but
like
whatever.
depends on how
Fuck
well
that.
but how well they swing. That's the thing. Like, that's the.
Yeah, but like take the load a little bit of force
That's
because
just,
your bone is literally right there. If you try
oh,
and block it, it's gonna snap.
if you block it and go with it, it's gonna like. People have like taken baseball bats before, like as long as it doesn't brandish your
Was
fucking
it
head.
unless it's a fucking metal one.
Yeah, well, that's true too. So, but
Who knows
no,
what the
it's
fuck he
just
had?
it's just a still confusing situation. I'm just like still
Just
gobsmacked
weird.
by it. I'm just like, wow, we got
If
one of
it, if
those
it
in the
happened
neighborhood.
again, just you don't have to do much with the cops. Just warn the cops.
Yeah, so that's what we'll end up doing.
Say
So
like this dude's a bit cuckoo. Just
yeah, so I'm like, well, that's kind of fun.
or even better, next time you have a party or something, like just give the cops a heads up.
Yeah, having a party.
Well, they'll go every like hour or so, just have a look around.
Make sure it's all
If
fine.
anything bad's happening, they'll probably they should step in.
Yeah, but no, so we're just like, we'll let it slide for now. If he does anything again, then we'll call the police. Like,
So that depends on the Queensland curfew because our music here is like 10 p.m. You can
usually
have
it's 10
music
everywhere.
to.
So
Yeah, like 8 o'clock is fucking nothing.
yeah, I was like, dude, and we
That's what I don't get. Like,
that's what we even said
dude,
to him. I said we're wrapping up by 10 anyway. Like we're only going. Like it's not that late. It's still fucking early. Like jeez, not like we do it all the fucking time. This is like the one time in like how many months we last. I think the last barbecue we had was like New Year's or Ali's birthday. No, it was Ali's
yeah,
birthday.
but still, it's the first time he's been there.
Yeah, so it was March. Technically, was the last time, and even then it wasn't that big. Like it was chill. It's just
Whatever
frustrating.
the old
Man.
neighbors, they just get sicky and leave.
Frustrating.
Do they get pissed off too? Idiots.
Oh,
Fucking hell. It's just freaking funny though. It's just like you get people that fucking petty
yeah.
just because you're having fun.
That's
Or
exactly
the
that's what it
neighborhood's
felt like.
having fun.
That's exactly what it felt like anyway. We're just like, really?
You didn't invite me. You're gonna come ruin it.
It's getting me worked up just talking about it again. Like, it really pissed me off. Like, I was like, you're such a fucking dickhead. I was like, if you start something, like, I'm gonna fucking step in and do something. Like, fuck me. I was
Fucking
not
idiots.
impressed. Not impressed at all. I was like, this is the last thing I need to have going on, especially around my kids. It's like,
But-
dude, you have kids of your own. Like, really, you gonna throw this energy off? Like,
Yep, they're probably just as bad.
yeah. Oh, fuck me.
Probably not. But
Bringing the rage back. I'm getting raged. I'm getting real fucking.
speaking of that, let's get back into some good shit. Did you see that James Cameron Avatar movie, The Way of Water, is on Disney Plus June 7th.
June 7th?
And 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks,
Yeah.
roughly 2.5.
Something
I
like
think.
that. It's crazy. We're nearly in the middle of the year already.
Yeah, it's already May 20th. Funny part is, episode 20 on May 20.
That's true. That is
I
true.
wrote it because I wrote it there.
Yeah.
I was like, the 20th, like, what the fuck?
Too bad it ain't season 5.
No, it's 420.
I know, but imagine if it was season 5. 520 on 520.
520 on 520.
I mean, fucking trippy, but yeah, 420.
But I mean, I'm keen to see Avatar. Apparently, it's so good,
So good.
but I don't know when it hits physical, so I don't know Disney Plus. Which is, you kind of need it because there are some good things heading over. The what's it called? The first 4 indie movies are hitting Disney Plus on May 31st.
Yep.
Ready for that
Indie.
shitty, crappy dial thing
Don't be
on.
saying that. We don't know. You can't be biased. Wait, non-biased? Non-bi... Non-binary?
No, I'm just listening to people who've seen it, and nah.
Yeah. But I'll always hold my own opinion. I think
All I'm saying is, be thankful you got Temple of the Crystal Skull,
I
Kingdom of the
believe
Crystal
I
Skull.
believe he dies in the end, and that's why Roddy's getting salty.
I hope so, because then they can finally kill off the fucking
That's what it
franchise.
sounded like. We were reading one of the things. It almost sounded like they were hinting at that he dies, and that's
Also,
why.
that's a stupid way to end it.
So
Well,
depending
he's
on
still
how.
teaching. He's still a professor. So I was like,
Yeah, but he's old in that movie. Who knows? He could have done something real crazy.
yeah, he geeked out of retirement again.
Mm.
Just rehash. Fuck it. No Spielberg, no indie. That's what it is. That's what I say anyway.
Well, that's what
It's done by
Harrison.
James Mangold.
That's what Harrison was about too. He was a bit like
Just a money grab. That's what that is.
a nice. Well,
Even he didn't want to do it, did he? Like he just
well, he got on
did it.
board. No, he got on board definitely. But I think that's why because it was the last one. They're fully wrapping it up.
Hmm.
But hey, you know, there's never anything positive because in the future anything can happen because once they're done, contracts owned by purchasers be like, let's reboot Indiana Jones, and you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen.
Disney have it.
That's exactly it. So, dude, the
Look what they've done
freaking
the fucking Star Wars, bro.
the White Man Can't Jump reboot released
Oh, that looks
this week.
Uh,
Like I was like, really? Like out of all things to reboot, like, but like
yeah, well,
why? I don't get it.
did you see what happened though? They like Disney has finally peaked with Guardians 3, and now they're
Yeah.
just gonna go again, like because that Guardians looks fucking amazing.
It does.
Like I'm keyed. I'm fucking keyed. I love the first two, and then that's gonna tip it right off. People gonna die, which I'm sad about. I don't want to watch it, but I
Yeah,
do.
there's a lot going on with that. I've kind of heard a few little spoilers here and there. It's like, dude, chill with the spoilers.
I've heard nothing, thank God.
Oh, they haven't fully given things away, but like at the same time, they kind of almost had. It's like,
I mean, we all know Rocket's gonna die because
Yeah.
didn't James Gunn say that like last year or year before? Like
yeah.
we only know of one confirmed one so far,
Mm.
and it's like, but I actually did hear about Rocket's buddies.
Yeah.
I was like, that seems cool. Are these friends or something? Like back when he was little.
The otter, the rabbit, I think there was another raccoon.
Isn't an otter? Okay. I only saw that little fluffy things.
The space otter. There's all kinds of characters. There's a whole bunch of different characters. If you because it's based off the original.
Space otter.
It's like there was a series. There was a series of comics that had it actually for a bit, where it was like a whole squad of them. So it's kind of cool. Have a little
That's all.
throwback.
And I know it's the most prosthetics used in a movie
Yep.
ever, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Yep.
I think Lord of the Rings had a fuck ton,
Yeah.
and The Hobbit and that. This has more than that. So
The biggest biggest being a whole prosthetic fucking doll.
at least you know it's not all fake.
Mm.
It's just all mostly practical, except for some of the environments. That's about
Yeah.
it, which is pretty fucking cool. You can really tell the difference, but like, look at Avatar and that. I mean, that's a whole different. Like James Cameron's on a whole nother level. He's on his own level, but that may be CGI, but it's a lot of that is actually practical.
Yeah.
But it looks fucking amazing because it's mostly practical with a bit of CGI.
Which is what you want from so you get that feel. Everything's
Like they do it all live, but then they put the CGI over the top where it's needed. That's what the cool part is, where it's needed. That's where I think Disney went down because everything's CGI. Everything there, you get CGI, you get CGI. Fuck
everything
off.
CGI looks ridiculous.
Like Renfield, that looks good. Is that CGI?
A little bit, only for practical things where needed.
Exactly. We need it.
It was all mainly practical effects. Like
That does look good though.
it is good. So it's a good watch. I would recommend.
Speaking of that, Nick Cage is coming to DVD at some point. There's more on that next month on the 7th, I think.
Nick Cage
I think there's more
himself
coming
is
then.
coming to Dead by Daylight.
It's not confirmed he's a survivor, but we're pretty sure it's a survivor.
No. He is a survivor.
Yeah.
It's himself. It's actually Nick Cage himself.
Mm. Which is pretty cool. Because people are saying like it could be a killer Nick Cage. I'm like, that'd be fucking cool though.
Yeah, no, they confirmed in the update thing that
Mm.
it's just a straight Nick Cage as a survivor in Dead by Daylight. I'm like, that's gonna be the first real life person coming to a game, basically.
Not really.
Yeah, because the other one's a fictional character.
It depends. Is it before September?
Why?
Because Jean-Claude Van Damme's gonna be in Mortal Kombat 1 as a Johnny Cage skin.
But then that's Johnny Cage.
No, it's Jean-Claude Van Damme.
But is it Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah.
Is it Jean-Claude Van Damme though? Like, is it the
Mhm.
character name Jean-Claude Van Damme,
Yeah.
or is it
Well, it says his name, so
just a skin, or is the skin gonna be
that's
called
just
Jean-Claude Van
Jean-Claude
Damme?
Van Damme. So I'm not exactly sure, but
In
I think again, Mortal Kombat comes out September
in Mortal Kombat, so
19th.
random.
I really want to say more random because the whole pack one got leaked.
Yeah.
It's got Omni Man's coming in there. Homelander from the boys.
Oh, that's cool.
Ermac. No, he's a beat. Is he?
Yeah, I heard
have a look
I
at it.
heard Jean-Claude Van Damme's coming back for Street Fighter. I think he was talking about.
Damn.
Yeah.
What's the last one? 2001.
Yeah, so he's like kind of come back for that, like whatever they're doing, whether it's the game or the movie or something. So he's doing something to do with that. I don't know what it was, but there was something I read an article briefly about it. So I was like, ooh.
Okay, so you got pack one: Quan Chi,
Huh?
or Quan Chi, Omni Man, Ermac, Peacemaker, Takeda, and Homelander. Is that Peacemaker literally John Cena's Peacemaker?
I don't know. That'd be kind of funny. He just said Peacemaker.
Like, it says Peacemaker. There's been no Peacemaker in Mortal Kombat before, has there?
That'd be
That I,
kind
that I remember.
Yeah, I wonder if there's any other information on it.
DC Comics Peacemaker.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is!
But is it the John Cena version? I hope better be.
I don't care if it is or isn't, but Peacemaker's pretty cool.
I
though,
reckon it'd be the John Cena version. I reckon it would
I
be.
reckon. And Invincible's Omni Man. You got
Oh,
the
yep.
boys Homelander. I don't know who Takeda is though. Takeda? Is he
one of the originals, I think it sounded like.
I think yeah. But it's cool we got Quan Chi coming back. Quan Chi's one of my goats, man. Like I fucking love playing as in the older
Yeah, it's
games.
gonna be interesting. Yeah, 'cause
And then you've got cameo fighters, a special roster of fighters which can only assist a player in battle. You've got Tremor, Johnny Cage, Chameleon, Movado, and Farah. Along that list, Johnny Cage is set to receive a Jean-Claude Van Damme premium skin,
that's cool.
which is pretty fucking cool. Like, I
Yeah,
need
'cause I
to
think it was, unless I'm
play
getting
that.
confused. I mean, I'll double check because I might, unless it was me getting confused with the Mortal Kombat thing.
What?
Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'm trying to remember what I saw.
I don't know.
I'm gonna double check. I'll
But,
double check my news.
The Mortal Kombat stuff is pretty good. If you get the premium edition, you get it a week early, I think it is, or a few days early. I'm pretty sure it's a week. But to a Homelander and like Peacemaker and shit, like fuck. Also, there's been some GTA 6 news, which is pretty cool. A release window has been announced. It says it could be holiday 2024, so next year, roughly over a year, we could see GTA 6 on your
Yeah.
console, PC. Because they said roughly fiscal year 2025, which starts April next year to April 2025. And we're thinking, well, I'm thinking it's holiday, like right in time for Christmas and that. Because every other game come out in October, stuff like that. Oh, September, October. So I'm thinking that for GTA 6. And man, I'm keen. Because I'm thinking we're going to see GTA 6 at the Sony showcase.
They're gonna have to be showing something soon because all the leaks that have been happening and the leaks were fairly polished as they were. Like even for alpha, they looked pretty good. So we should be getting close to actually having.
They
some
they
kind
said
of-
that was years ago. So if that was years ago, imagine now. Like,
So yeah,
And
so it's interesting.
there has been some leaked. There has been some leaked showcase things that people have made. It's like, why do you make it? And they're always taken at a weird ass angle. Like the
Okay.
photo's been taken like this,
Yeah.
and it's like, what the fuck? Is that meant to make it seem like legit? Like you write up this whole fucking Word doc, and it's like, look what I found. It's leaked. Like,
And then it has like it has like the confidentials tag over the top of it.
yeah.
Confidential. It's like
And some of the games are spelt wrong.
yeah, right. It's like that's such a stretch.
I looked at the Xbox showcase, like you know, like that shovel.
But it's funny how like all the
that
top
silk
games everyone's
shot.
been talking about are at the start of the list. Like it's very generic. Like it had all them at the first, and then it was other games. Like why are they not spread out? Because you know if it's the top 8 games that everyone's been bragging for,
The
they
one that
would
I've seen on there was
space it out.
Scalebound. That got cancelled.
Yeah. So
They wouldn't just bring that back. I mean, they could.
okay, so I want
But
to
I don't
correct
see
myself.
happening.
The Jean-Claude thing was Mortal Kombat, but
Yeah.
the Street Fighter news, looking into it, is recently the Legendary Entertainment, the production company behind Interstellar and Dune Part 1 and 2, have struck a deal with Capcom and acquired the live-action film rights to Street Fighter.
Well, that's cool.
So yeah.
That movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme wasn't bad.
No, it's a pretty decent film. So
I got it somewhere. So fucking good.
yeah, I got that one on DVD.
And because they spelled Silk Song as Slick Song,
Oh, don't even get me started. It's so bad.
and they had. They're thinking Obsidian is a big fucking company, like a big development team, when they're not. And they legit had The Outer Worlds 2, Avowed, Grounded, and Fallout New Vegas 2. I'm like, there's no way they're doing all that.
No. Why
But
would
they're still doing
Grounded 2?
They-
Why would they be doing 2 when they're still releasing massive updates for the first one? Like,
No, I said
was update?
Fallout New Vegas 2.
Oh, I thought it was the
People
Grounded.
saying that's real when there's not even like rumored. Like,
But like I said, like I thought it was like Grounded stuff. I was like, well, they're still bringing
no,
DLC.
there's more content for Grounded coming. Everything.
Yeah.
You think they're making all 4 of those things? You're just wrong.
They're not making a
There's
new
no way in
games.
hell because they only just said they're making the Outer Worlds 2,
Yeah. While still updating bloody Grounded. So
and while making Avowed. Like,
yeah, they're
there's
making
no way
Avowed,
They're slipping in.
working on Outer Worlds 2, and still updating Grounded. Like, that's more than enough for them to work on.
Exactly. Like, fuck. How big do you think they are?
Like,
And plus, Avowed we might see because that hasn't been seen for a couple of years. So,
yep.
but like, the people making lists, they don't just leak.
There'll be some kind of plug. I know they'll definitely plug some kind of new update for Halo. I know they'll chuck that in there. But like, here's the new pass. They'll tease it because they need to like market
Yeah.
it. They'll chuck it in
Right.
there because they need to chuck it in there. Like it'll be filler.
I heard nothing about Halo now.
That's what I'm saying.
It's been
It's
good.
just definitely gonna be a lot of filler stuff. I know it. Because they're like, they're like, oh, it's already X amount of minutes long, and they're gonna chuck in an extra this. It's just like. It
And
gets to the point where what's long and what's too long where it becomes boring. Like, ugh.
and Blizzard did a backstep with Overwatch 2 and made it just Overwatch.
Yeah.
They literally, hey, here's number 2, but then they took away the 2.
So, basically what it was, I forgot they were going to be bringing this mode in anyway, honestly. I basically forgot about it. So, that was the whole point of what Overwatch 2 was meant to be, was that they were going to bring the campaign.
Yeah, PvE
And it was going to
campaign.
come eventually. And
But
basically
they just went,
what it got to was they were making too much work and bringing it, like what they should have done is left Overwatch 1, had that still going, have Overwatch 2, which was the campaign, then release that as Overwatch 2, not be like, oh, we're going to merge Overwatch 1 to Overwatch 2 and then release the campaign. It's like, that's not how a game
stupid.
works. Do you not realize how you make a game? You've literally tried to figure out making a game, but not the way. It's
It
like
is
you can't make a whole new game and squeeze it into that game.
look what they've done to WoW.
You need that game first. You know what I mean? You need that first.
You
it's
need
just
the
like-
campaign first.
But you know what the worst thing is? Like, it wasn't bad, but like, when you launch Overwatch 2 on the computer, and you stream click it over on OBS, it's still classified as Overwatch.
Yeah.
It's not registered as Overwatch 2. It's still known as
No.
Overwatch because all they've done
Because
is
it's
just
not
change the
Overwatch 2.
banners.
It's literally Overwatch.
Yeah. And they just tried to, because I think what they were going to try and do was have it upgraded the label so you go, oh, it's Overwatch 2. And then build
Actually,
this
that's
behind the
wrong.
back end and then push that in.
Technically, Overwatch was better than 2 anyway.
Yeah,
so.
they cleaned a lot of it up. So textures and all things like that, the multiplayer's cleaned up. But there is some story stuff coming up of some sorts, but it's not what they'll like.
Yeah, but
the
it's
big
missions
thing.
is not an actual campaign.
It's missions for characters instead of a full campaign.
Ah.
But that's the
You
problem.
gotta grind every fucking character.
Something like that, but it's
Or
it's a
something
weird.
like.
It was gonna be more
It's a
so.
live service game. They have to do it.
It was gonna be a lot
Have
worse
to.
because the big story campaign was gonna be the same thing. You could choose the characters and you had to grind through their skill tree. There's no longer a skill tree. There's none of that.
But
Now it's just.
that sounds better.
I don't want to do like grinding. I just want to play the
No.
game and have fun. Because you literally had to grind the story
You
out.
can't really do a story for Overwatch unless it's. I don't
You have
know.
missions and get their backstory. You just play as a character and you just run through their little story.
Just have a proper
Snapshot.
campaign with Overwatch. It's not that hard.
You know, but that was
Make
the
like a
problem though.
short-
They were going to have a big campaign where you're playing as 20 characters. That's 20 stories for a big campaign. So could you imagine having a campaign that's, you know how you normally play a game which is like 9 or 10 hours long? And then having a campaign for each one of those characters being 9 to 10 hours long.
But they can do that. They just do one at a time and release one at a time.
That they weren't doing that. They wanted to push it all at one hit.
Stupid.
And that's why it didn't work.
But yeah, then that's why they made Overwatch 2.
And then the worst thing was, like I said, they had the skill tree for these characters, which, because if you looked at the skill tree, we're giving them abilities that they don't even have in Overwatch.
Yeah.
So there was Tracer that had her speed abilities, plus all these other things she could do. It's like, you don't even get to do that in Overwatch. So what's the point of giving us these skill trees of upgrading her to this character?
It was just for the campaign.
Which is like, it was just a whole mess. It was a
But
whole...
literally, they got
know
rid
what
of
they need to do?
Overwatch and released Overwatch
What
again.
they should just do is just leave what they're doing. If they want to do a story element, do what League of Legends did. Make a TV show. Make an animated show.
Yeah.
And just put the story out in that format, because that's what League of Legends
Or
did.
just make one story involving a few of the characters.
Yeah. But it's because you can
Like
pick
COD.
and choose and do all this weird shit, and I was like...
You can have your multiplayer and your campaign. Just have one character you play as, or a bunch. You just have it in one fucking story.
Yeah.
It works for COD.
So... But it's
I'm
gonna be...
pretty
It's
sure
gonna be...
Blizzard can get some of them devs to like help out. Like,
But it's going to be small. But apparently, what they're possibly doing now is small snippets, like possibly like what Black Ops 4 did. Where you just have the
It had
character,
no
and you have that
story.
small. You remember how you play that one character? It was like a tutorial for each character, basically. And you got a bit of their backstory.
Campaign, though.
No, but that's what they're looking at possibly doing.
Like
instead.
a 30-minute thing.
Yeah. We get a tutorial of the
that's
character, and
pointless.
you get their backstory.
You can just make that into a 5-minute fucking video.
So they've already got some videos for some characters already.
We just do it
animated
for the rest
videos.
of them. I don't
But-
get them. That's Blizzard.
But that's what
Let
Activision
them do
did. They
their
had a
thing.
story there. They were going to do the campaign for Activision, and then they're like, no, cancel it. And then they just turned the stories as in fucking training modes. It's just like each character's training mode was their story, backstory thing. It's just... I don't know, it's weird. Oh.
Nothing Blizzard makes is good anymore. You actually realise that? Apart from Diablo 4. Yeah, now. I knew you sounded nasally, but fuck. Dude, I could fucking hear your nose blocked. I was like, you're a bit sick, Daz.
Well,
And then it's just, you did a Chucky Pickles.
Chucky Pig. Oh.
Pretty sure it was Rugrats where someone done that. Just like start talking, it's like. But that's what you hear about Blizzard. It's always bad news. Like something cancelled, something's changed, something cancelled. Like for Diablo 4, the only one thing that's coming out that's completed.
Oh.
But on that, talking about completed, there's a game that hit early access very recently called
Yeah.
Starship Troopers Extermination, and fuck, it looks good.
Yes. I do.
16-player co-op,
Oh,
like
I do.
man,
I just don't have the money. Yeah,
I know it's like
if that came out sooner, and it was around the time when Small Lands came out, I would have had the money. I would have bought that instead because I bought Small Lands and I haven't played it. I played a little bit. I'm really wishing I could get a refund and I could just get that instead.
it just got a big update, I think,
Small
a few
Lands.
days ago, didn't it?
Yeah, a few things got updated.
And
We need to play Small Lands.
right,
Oh, that
Monday,
Monday.
Monday,
Monday.
pencil it in, Eddie,
Pencil it in. Pencil it in.
pencil it, pencil it in. But yeah, this game's so fucking cheap. Everyone grab it. It's like 30. It's like $25 in the US. Like 36.50 here, I think it is.
Yeah, 36 something.
36.50, like why 50? But it's in early access. It's very little content, but it's enough to get you going.
Exactly.
They've captured it though. They've captured Starship Troopers. It's fucking amazing.
It's fucking amazing.
I just love watching it. I just want to play it.
I just want to play
You
it.
get the big ass guns shooting bugs, like oh, like Earth Defense Force kind of did that, but not as big.
It was weird. Those games do it
It looks
weird.
fucking good though. The 2025 one, 2075, 2055. When the Bushido's playing, oh fucking that looks so good. And there's a new one coming out soon. Number 7, 6, 7. There's a lot of them. But they've captured it. They've even got the narrator, like the dude who like introduces you to the level. You go, would you like to know more? Like stuff like that when you're late in the games, and
That's funny.
even they got everything. The big wasp dudes coming eventually. The head take roffers.
Yep.
They even got the big lava beetles.
Yeah,
like
they slime and they
again.
slice your fucking heads off with their wings, wasn't it?
Yeah, just.
Fucking oh.
But that's like I've been waiting for this game for 20 fucking years. There was a game back in 2005, very basic.
Yeah, I remember that one.
It was on PC. It was good, but it's very basic.
I think you could play as either side. You could play as the aliens or the humans. I think it was the creatures.
You play as the bugs.
I think it wasn't. I think I remember that. I think that's what it was.
I
remember a game something like that. I'm sure it was. It was that one. You could play as the bugs. I'm sure it was. They tried to be in lane as the alien games.
Literally made Save the World, but better than what Epic did with the Starship Troopers. You can literally build a base, defend it against the bugs. It's so fucking good. That's like because I was watching someone stream it, and they're like, "Did Fortnite try this?"
They're very different though. At the same time.
Yeah, but way bigger.
Because it's you got like that
crazy.
weird little warp island thing that you're in. And you got to build your base up, but it's like with basic resources. It's not even like amazing cool. It's just here's some walls and some traps. It's fun, and then the hordes of zombies just spawn in. It's just like yeah, cool. But like this is a different thing. This is like you're actually like in a map, like and you're building.
You're in a map. You're in like this deserted area. Like they say like there's this big wave coming in. You got to fortify put up giant walls, put up towers, like everything. It looks like good.
I feel different. A lot different.
The wave comes and they take bits down to get to fucking quickly repair them again. And while you're there going, bah!
Probably going to him in first person.
Yeah. I just want to see what they do with it because
what else they could do.
It's only in early access and it's like they can do so much. This has potential.
It's something fun to just play. I mean, we tried playing like it was kind of like that with Second Extinction, but it was more exploring. Like with Second Extinction, it was more exploring, like not defending, which I feel like this is definitely more of a defense kind of game where you gotta.
You're literally more on it. You were literally attacking in Second Extinction, like you are running towards them. Yeah. Where this is just like you hold your ground and
you're holding your ground, not looking and exploring for it.
I mean, you do that in some missions because it's a random mission. I think each time.
Yeah.
Like there was one that I saw. This dude is running around the map, and this dude's chasing him, trying to heal him. Like, come back,
come back here! He's like, I gotta run.
He's like, I don't want him to die.
I need to be
And
healed.
it just looks so good. You can get rocket launchers, snipers, shotguns, like everything. Like, fuck. I don't think they had those in the movie, but
No, right?
they
They have
had
titties.
ARs. Huh?
They have titties in the game.
Don't know.
I
Haven't
bet
played it.
they better have some titties in the game.
I've actually watched very little too, so I don't want to get spoiled on anything.
And the movie had a lot of titties.
Not really. Only twice.
Yeah, a few times.
Twice. The shower scene, and that's pretty much it.
Titties.
Just a shower scene. Titties and
Titties.
cracks.
Mm.
Walk fast.
Uh,
But the game's out. Everyone fucking get it.
Yep.
Support it. I found out some sad news also.
what?
Oh fuck, my pen break. Seth MacFarlane quit Family Guy
Oh, yep. He quit the family.
during the writer's strike.
Yep. I mean, he's been doing it long
I
enough.
think he quit.
I think it makes sense because it's just been dragging on for far too long with the same jokes. I've watched some of the later stuff, and it's just like they're literally the same jokes they had, like in season 5 or season 2 or like they're literally rehashing bits, and it's just like you've literally exactly done the same skit before.
He needed to end it.
Like
I don't
come
think
on.
he gets to do that though. I think it's owned by someone else now.
Yeah, but he's just done writing for
But
it.
he was just doing the voices
Mm.
and
He
the
used to-
story. I think.
He
Still.
used to do a lot of that. I don't know if he still kept doing it. I know it's just the voices.
No, he
maybe.
was still doing like Stewie and Brian.
Yeah. That's the thing. He still does the voices.
Not now. Whenever they got up to, it'd be someone else after that. Unless they
Yeah.
just can it.
Not actually can it. There's no way
You
they
can't
can.
do it with. You can't do it without him. Like
Unless
he
all
is
they'll do
Stewie and
is like
Brian.
they
Like
had been doing was like just slice like voices from other episodes and stuff and mash them together. Because that had been actually happening for a bit there too. So
it's like Rick and Morty. Justin Roiland might be there, so just can it.
mm.
Just
Well,
stop
also I
it.
had that voice impressionist that he might be doing the voices, but who knows?
Yeah, but it won't be the same. You can't replicate a person's voice.
Well, no, you can replicate a voice. It's the personality. You can't replicate the personality.
Yeah, hence why Roland couldn't replicate the burping with Rick because
It's
he stopped drinking while he was doing it, so he didn't have the burping.
he couldn't get it right. It was all forced at times, and he had sometimes just have gassy stuff just to help him burp.
It was just random. It would just come out. He said, like
I
it
mean, it
just
was
happened.
weird because
was,
he's actually drinking. He would actually get drunk.
it was legit
to, like,
chugging and then doing the lines,
Yeah.
like, and it just happened.
Like that was the crazy part because he said like when he had when Rick was drunk, he was drinking to get drunk to get the tipsiness so he could feel like the right way.
Yep.
It's just like this
Exactly.
is crazy method acting.
The only job you can do that with, really,
Yeah.
you're doing your voice lines. Oh, oops. There you go. Oops. That's weird.
Whoops.
Yeah, whoops. I didn't mark off what I've been talking about. So there was this, skateboarding. How you got skate and that. There's a PSVR 2 VR skater game.
Oh.
Looks pretty cool. Like you can do kickflips, you can grind the rails, you can everything
Yeah.
in VR.
That's interesting.
Imagine standing up and doing that, like with the headset on, like, and you just go.
Fucking hell.
That'd be weird. I don't know when it comes out though. I don't know if it's out now or
Like
not.
that, it'd be like the video where people like get vertigo, like like sometimes the filters where things are falling, those filters, and they're like, oh, they fall with it. It's like, how do you fall with it when the video is going, and you're just standing there like, amazing.
Well, if you can't see what's around you and shit, if you're standing up, it feels like you're falling.
Yeah.
I've done it in VR. Like I was doing in The Walking Dead. I was actually standing up and I started spinning the camera,
You start getting
and then I looked up, and then I looked down and jumped, and I almost fell over. Especially in Skyrim, I did that. Fucking hell! I jumped. I was like, whoa, whoa.
That's hilarious.
Because your brain doesn't it thinks you're literally jumping, but you're not. Great bubblegum.
I haven't had the great bubblegum.
Great. I say break bubblegum. Break bubblegum.
Oh. Tastes just
You
like
like a
Hubba
hubba
Bubba.
bubba?
Yep.
Hey, let's go. Like a hubba bubba. Like a hubba bubba.
Like, they literally do. Like, fruit tingle tastes just like a fruit tingle. Or it's fruit tangle, actually. Fruit
Fruit
Tangle.
Tangle.
It's for
That makes no
copyright.
fucking sense.
But you know it's meant to be Fruit Tingle. This one's called a grape bubblegum, which is like
How's that copyright?
I guess the Fruit Tingle is a copyrighted trademark name.
And no one can say Fruit Tingle. Oh, that fruit tingling.
You can
Fruit
say
tingle.
it, but for a label as a
Weird.
branded thing, they call it Fruit Tangle with colours and everything. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of you know what it's meant to be. I feel like
Oh,
this. Huh?
hey.
Grape bubblegum. But I feel like that's the same thing. I was gonna say that's the same
Pretty
thing
good
too.
ad. Great bubblegum.
But I feel like that's the thing. When you think of grape bubblegum, you immediately think of Hubba Bubba.
Have a bubba.
There's
You got the
no
pink one,
other.
the
There's
purple one.
no other grape. That's the grape. The purple one's a grape.
All right, and it's so good. You get the friggin' roll of it. Oh boy,
Oh, this.
I never did that.
Bite into the side of it, just be addicted.
You fucking heathen!
Bite into
Why
it.
would you do that to a thing? It's meant to roll
When
out.
it's your own, you're just oh.
Now that I remembered it, the PlayStation Showcase Thursday the 25th, 6 a.m. here.
Of May
24th, 1 p.m. in the US.
next week.
Next week, next Thursday, 6 a.m. Goes for over an hour, so strap on, strap in, wherever you got to do.
I laugh because like everyone's been like the Xbox will be going, oh, this is running for 60 plus minutes, while Xbox is running for like 90 plus an extra. Was it 90 plus an extra 20? I think I've been saying the Xbox is playing the Xbox Showcase runs for like 90 minutes
That's
plus
like
an extra
40
20.
minutes, isn't it?
90
Then
minutes plus an extra 20.
Then they got Bethesda afterwards with their Starfield.
Yes, Xbox is 90 minutes. I think the 20 minutes is the Bethesda Starfield thing.
I think they're going for like 45 minutes of gameplay. I think they said.
Yeah, 'cause I think Starfield was 20 minutes. They said Showcase.
Fuck hiccups.
But yeah, but then all up, if you were to include the Bethesda and Xbox thing, if it's the 90 and 20, that's what, an hour and 50 minutes, so nearly 2 hours.
50, yeah.
So that's like 2 hours there.
I don't reckon it's gonna be that long.
But then it's like, yeah, so I mean, it's like
I think that Xbox will be like 30, 40 minutes, and then you got the 40 minutes of Starfield.
yeah,
About an hour and a half.
because that just seems too long. Having 90 minutes of Xbox and then 20 minutes of Starfield, that seems way too long.
That's too long, but you can have over an hour of PlayStation. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, I feel like they just.
Well, we're gonna get a lot of good games coming. Apparently, it's gonna blow your balls off, whatever the fuck, however Jim Ryan put it.
I don't lose my balls.
And he did a interview with Famitsu a few days ago.
Before PlayStation showcase, before the PlayStation Showcase.
So,
Yeah, bro,
Shut
let's
up.
get ready for some awesome games after the PlayStation Showcase. Hey guys, that was really good.
he did a interview with Famitsu in Japan. I think it's a Japanese
Famitsu.
magazine. He said they're not doing PS5 and on PC day and date. They said they're gonna do it. You expect a PS5 game on PC after 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're definitely not doing day and date, which is what fucked Xbox over, I think.
Yeah, because they were like, oh yeah, we'll just do this here, have it out there. Oh, no one wants to buy it on Xbox? No, because we'll buy it on PC.
Which what PlayStation done is people will buy it on PS5 if they want to play it that bad, and then they'll get the PC market like 3 years later for the full $70. So you get double. Xbox just get the one wave on Game Pass. But the original. This is a sad one. I should have said it earlier, but I forgot about it.
Yeah.
Brendan O'Brien, the original voice of Crash Bandicoot and other characters, has passed away.
Oh damn.
He voiced Neo Cortex. I think other ones. I just don't know who they
Ooh.
are. He passed away at the age of 60.
Damn. Not Neo Cortex.
The original. Wow.
Wow.
You realize you voiced Crash. He doesn't talk. He just makes noises.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Pretty much just whoa. Like that's pretty much it, right? Like.
For Crash, yeah.
But then again, he did voice Cortex, so.
Ah, for Cortex though, that's so sad.
Exactly. Like fucking hell, man. At 60, like damn, that's still so young.
Yeah.
I had to get that in there because I'm like, I don't want to miss it.
No, no, definitely not.
And this is some Guardian stuff that I missed also. That had 60.5 million week 2 box office hold is still the best for any MCU sequel,
Mhm.
which is crazy. Even
Yeah.
better than Thor, like Ragnarok. Really,
Mm.
like fuck.
Guardians the last pull around, and then it's just like, that's it for the rest of Marvel. Like,
It's
it's
kind
like
of sad to see like the Russos are gone. James Gunn's now gone.
basically here's the Marvel experience.
That's pretty much gone. New, 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 new.
The yodel
Because it
game.
really went down the last few, so then it's gone back
The
up to this again,
the
then
yodel game.
back down
It
again.
was like the whole yodel game going up really, and then it's just, and then the little. Who wants to?
Oh fuck! Already
Come
said
on
that.
down.
Come on down. Also, about a John Wick 5.
Mm.
It would depend on a trip to Japan and a bottle of whiskey.
Oh, I guess it might be a meeting then. That'd be depending on the
Yeah.
trip. So be depending on how the
Yep.
trip goes to the meeting.
Between Keanu Reeves and Chad Stahelski.
Chad Kroger,
Stahelski?
Stileski.
Chad Stahelski and Keanu Reeves getting drunk in Japan.
That's kind of funny.
Oh, what? It'd be weird seeing Keanu Reeves drunk. Like, it'd just be so weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
He's so, like, to himself, just quiet, and, like, having drunk. He's like, hey, dude. Like,
He's just going around like, you're breathtaking, and you're breathtaking. I know I've lost my breath, but you're breathtaking.
right? It'd be so fucked. Like, drunk Keanu Reeves just sounds
And
weird.
you're breathtaking, and you're breathtaking too.
Being what he's like in his 60s, just getting drunk, getting fucking hammered.
Having some sake.
Let's do John Wick 5.
Some sake. That sounds great.
6, 7, 8, 9 as well.
I love that idea. More guns. I'll have some Zaki.
More guns. Fuck. I'm pretty sure he uses more than guns in 4.
Yeah. There's like apparently some scene in it. I was watching a thing, and apparently there's some crazy scene in the latest one. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was, but he does something. He like, I can't remember what it was. He does some fight moment where he's fighting. He does something brutal with this dude, and everyone's just like, and they're like in the middle of fighting. He's just like, and they're like, oh, they like shit themselves. He did like the brutal takedown or something from what I was
That
seeing.
happens in the other 3. It's like at a certain spot, just like everyone's just like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. It was like an axe attack or something. I can't remember what it was. It was like
An axe.
I can't remember what it
Damn.
was. Yeah, I was watching something. I think I mentioned on Corridor. Something he was doing with the axe, and it was like something brutal, and it's just like, fuck. Because like in the middle of fighting, he's just like he does this whole thing, and then like other guys that are coming to fight him, they're just like, and I was like, because he just does like this takedown
They
thing.
kind of just freeze out.
They're like, oh fuck, because it's just so brutal of a move, and I'm like, damn, I want to see this.
Oh, that's John Wick. He is fucking brutal. Like, he doesn't hold nothing back.
Yeah.
It makes me want to watch the 3 before the 4th one again, though, just to
Yeah, refresher.
just go from one. Like, damn,
One.
because they're so fucking good. Chuck Nobody in that as well.
Mm.
And I always think that fucking bus scene's still the best, like in any
right?
movie.
It's so good. He gets thrown out of the bus, and he's just like, oh, alright, let me get back on.
He has a bit of a limp. He's just like, just opens the door again.
Alright, who wants to go?
Hey, because getting thrown out of a window takes force, and that would have definitely, Jesus,
Yep.
messed that dude up.
Yes.
He just walks off, just into the night. No cops are called. Nothing.
Yeah.
He doesn't get
Well,
questioned.
you hear the sirens, and he's just like wandering off in the middle of the night. As the
But you
sirens.
he doesn't get questioned.
He's out of there. He
Imagine being
knows.
that big bus driver lady, just like,
Like, fuck.
he fell. Like, that's what you could really do. Is like, I don't know who the fuck did it.
Exactly.
This old nobody dude.
Some
I don't know who the fuck he is. He's just nobody.
He's a
What do you got, Des?
Not
That you've
much.
heard about?
And not much else I think I've really heard about. Like I said, we got to see the Indiana Jones stuff coming out with all the reviews dropping. So I don't think there was anything. I don't think I had anything else. I don't think I saved anything else. Um,
Nothing else apart from we smashed a lot of Chivalry
yeah, I've been
recently.
playing some Chivalry, grinding
That
out
game's
Hot
so good.
Wheels. I don't think I've saved any
Forever.
news. I don't think there's been anything new this week.
I think there
So
is.
just
I'll
Overwatch's
give a
roadmap.
thing, but that's what we've already covered, really.
Yeah.
Because I'm usually on a lot of things, but it's all just been Zelda. Literally just all about Zelda. That's all
Just
this
the
week has
people in
been.
there, Zelda and people on Twitter just going on about the showcases.
Yeah, the showcases. Starfield's trending. Oh fuck.
Yeah, everyone's getting hyped for that to come out. But yeah, no. There hasn't really been much. Mind you, fuck yeah, no, I'm getting tired. We're
What
getting
the
close.
fuck? Holy shit. Bethesda is supposed to be making Indiana Jones for Game Pass, but the A team was working on Hi-Fi Rush, and the B team is supposed to be on Starfield. Redfall was the C team, so the D team. Oh lord. Which is on the Indiana Jones game.
Oh no. I mean, that's true, isn't it? Fuck.
Ah, fuck. I was like, Indy, no!
So what, the game's gonna match up to the movie? It's a 4 out of 10?
If I was if I was Disney like LucasArts, I would have gave it to like Naughty Dog to do like an Uncharted thing with Indy because that's what they pretty much are.
Pretty much, you'd think
Set
that.
pieces,
Yep.
fucking uh, archaeology. That's Nate right there. Like
Yep.
buried
Yep.
treasure,
Yep.
temples. Like
Yep.
you've it's either that or give it to Crystal Dynamics who did Tomb Raider. Like
Yeah.
them to why would Bethesda's got like it's Machine Games, isn't it? Who's doing it?
I
So
can't remember, yeah.
they need Wolfenstein.
Shooter.
That's not indie.
Shooter, yeah.
That's not indie.
That came out of my nose at the same time and it's making me feel weird.
It's funny because someone goes, you know who the D team is, right? And they put Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Yeah.
I still didn't click to that. I didn't click. I was like, oh yeah, Machine Games. They made that last. Well, they made Wolfenstein 2. No, that came out before Youngblood. Bro, that's the Indiana Jones movie. God, I'm seeing things I shouldn't be seeing. Oh my god. Phil Spencer on the crapper.
Phil Spencer's taking a shit.
Yeah, with the Xbox holding his toilet paper. And he's got a Pinocchio nose. I don't know what the fuck is happening.
He's
Why
lying.
is he covered in butter?
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, legit. I'll bring up. I'm not going to bring it up
Send it to
on
me.
here, but that's fucked. That's fucking cursed. But if that's all we have, then that's definitely done.
I will, just before we wrap up, I want to say I do like these. Bilsons are pretty good. If you like it, give it a go.
Bilsons?
Like I said, it's your vodka still water. Out of these two, I think I like the grape bubblegum overall. You can't beat a good old Hubba Bubba, honestly.
Even better than the fruit tingle. Fuck.
I'm not a. See, I like fruit tingles, but I'm not a big fan. But when you give me some Hubba Bubba, oh, I will shove the whole pack into my mouth. Grapes are my favorite.
Dun, dun, dun. Hubba bubba.
Ba 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 Hubba Bubba ba ba ba
I don't know why my
ba
brain went there.
ba 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 Hubba Bubba.
I don't know why it went there, bro.
But yes, that'd be a short episode this week. Actually, it's not too bad. But no, I think that's it. If you want to wrap it up on out,
Yes. Oh fuck.
what'd you do?
I don't know.
Oh no, what'd he do?
I saved that picture for you.
Oh, yeah, sweet.
Yeah, I had a brain fart.
I said,
Thank you, beardies and beardettes, for tolerating us on episode 20 with our hubba bubba. Sound fucking like Yogi Bear for a minute.
yeah,
But as always, we hope you enjoyed watching, listening. We have been Dale and Jim, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye bye. Don't even fucking did that quick.
It's like, see, it gets you. It gets you, doesn't it?
Fucking weird.
I think it makes a dongle thing in your throat. Fucking jiggle.
Fuck. Here's that picture